Hey guys, today we are going to do class 5th, chapter 1. We are travelers part 1. This is part 3. I say that you watch part 1 and part 2. The link is in the description. Now let's get started. Nearest tens, hundreds, and thousands. A rabbit is Hongu. Its location is given in the pictures below. Its food is kept in two places. Help the rabbit to reach its food. So there's this rabbit and is very hungry like me and wants to get food. The rabbit is at 2346. Its food has been kept at its nearing tens. On which tens should the rabbit go get its food with the least amount of steps? 2350 is the nearest 10 of. Okay, I'll stop saying this number. I will say it using a dash. Now, okay. Dash. It will need 4 jumps to reach 2350. Now, let's go. There's more questions, by the way. Hey. The rabbit is at this number. Like this. Was it the exact same? Wait, let me check. Yep, it's the exact same. Its food has been kept at its nearing hundreds. Which of the 200 should the rabbit go? Now, here's the rabbit, and now the carrots are placed on the nearing hundreds. Now, in this, we have to do like the rabbit is facing. Which side is the rabbit facing? There. Yes, if the numbers is like below this line, like on the left of this line, then it would go to this. If it's on the right of this line or this line itself, then it will go here. Now we can see that it is going to 200, no, 2300 there. It will need dash jumps. So how much it is? Yeah, cut, which is ahead of the hundredth place, like on the left of the hundredth place and the hundredth place itself. So it's 46 jumps to reach that number. 2, 3, 0, and then 0. We do that correct. Now we are on the next one. The rabbit is at the is at its food has been kept at its nearing thousands. Which number should the rabbit go? Now which is it facing to? There. We just said 2000. There. Then it is like 2000. We need dash jumps. Now we have to cut the thousands only because there's nothing ahead of it. to need 346 jumps to reach 2000. There we done it. Boom. Solved it in you. Now we are at this portion there and that. Fill in the blanks appropriately. Now in this we have to do it like this is the number. It's made of tens, hundreds, and near thousands. Now as I explained at that rabbit one, wait, that reminds me, rabbity. He- If you haven't seen like classical books, rabbity came back. Okay. Now we have to fill this table, and I can explain you, but I did explain you using that bunny example or rabbit. Now, as you know, I'm going to just snap my fingers. I think this works. See? I knew it would work. Now, in this, we can see that this is the nearest 10, this number. As we seen that if this number is above 5 or 5, then we'll cut this number, like cut that, no, wrong number, that number, and then increase this by an 8. And like cut this, then increase this to an 8. Okay. How did that happen? And here is thousands. Okay, I can write that. It's 8,000. Wait, do you see a pattern? Most of the tens, most of the tens have 0 on the ones place. Most of the hundreds have zeros in their tens and ones, and the nearest thousands have in have zeros in the hundreds, tens, and thousands. Wow. Let us think. Vijay rounded off to the nearest hundred. Suma rounded off the same number to the nearest thousand. Both got the same result. Circle the numbers they might have used. Now Vijay used a number to round it off to the nearest hundred, while Suma rounded off to the same number, the nearest thousand. Both of them got different results. Circle the numbers they have might used. Now we can see in this first one, the nearest hundred is 1,100. As we can see that this is below 700, like 7,150. So we'll cut the first two digits as that's our answer. Or replace them with a zero. In the next one, we can see that, and oh yeah, the thousands. With thousands, it's less than 1500. So we'll cut all these three numbers and it's 7000. Different. This one, it's less than 7850. We'll cut these two digits and then replace them with a zero. That's the nearest hundred. Now the nearest thousand. Now this is more than 7500. Cut this, replace this with an 8. There. But it's not equal. No. So now we can see, now if these two are the answer. Now this is 7000. This is less than 7050. So I'll cut these and then boom, 70. It's 7000. Now if this is still less than 7500, we'll cut these three digits. It's 7000. Is that it? So we'll circle it. But how about there's more? In this, it is more than 6950. So we'll cut these and replace this with a 70. Ooh, 70,000. Getting a little bit to that. Whoa. Getting a little bit to that one which we were doing, right? There. And now for the thousand digit, this is still more, obviously. It's more than 6500. So we'll cut this to a 7. 70,000. Do we just figure out another answer? Did we? So you have to circle this too. And realize these both numbers are very close. And this next one, I now in this, you can see that think of two numbers that have the same nearest 10. Here's an example. For example, 90 and 21 have the same nearest 10. That is 20. Now we can do that. The nearest 10, replace the 90 with a 39 and then plus 2. Like plus 2, 40 and then 1, 1 there. Now this is the answer to one of our questions. Next one is nearest 100. Wait, I got a super good idea. How about we can take a number that is closest to 100, like very close, 99, and then plus 2, 101. They are still the nearest 100. Now the nearest 1000 we can do the exact same. 9, 9, 9 nearest to 1000, 100, 1001. Yay! I can do this trick infinitely. Ha ha. Now in this one, you can see that Think and write the following numbers that have the same A. Nearest 10 and nearest 100. Nearest 10 and nearest 100. Now we have to make a number which one number that has the same results. Idea. How do I? You can't just do that 99 example which we did. 99. Next one is nearest 100 and nearest 1000. Now we can do this by using this. If that counts, right? That actually counts, yes, yes. If you are making the nearest 100, make a 0, fill these two with a 9, it is the most 1000. Then you have to. Why? Why did that happen? And then, do it like the two digits which you're finding the nearest, and then, erase the ones place. Boom, solution unlocked. Now in this we have to do all three. And if we use that trick, 9990, remove that. Oh, we got 999. Yes, it could be 90, but I was just doing a little things. Now here's a long part and it takes long time, and you might get bored. We are not boring. We're fun. The car, wheel one, wheel two. Traveling now and then. Wow. The traveling is traveling. We have learned that people in the past put animals and used boat and sailing ships. The animals have been used for traveling include bullocks, horses, donkeys, mules, and elephants in the hilly and snow-covered regions. Yaks, I'm not me. Don't call me a yak. Dogs and reindeers have been used, while camels have been used in deserts. Now people use bicycles, motorcycles, cars, buses, planes, jets, and aeroplanes to travel from one place to another. Submarines are used to go deep into the water. Humans are also using spacecraft to travel in outer space. With you, and then pew, reach to the next planet. No, that doesn't how it works. It doesn't how it works. Now here's some pictures. This is a boat, you know. This is an aeroplane, you also know. This is an electric motorcycle or a cycle. I can't really tell. Yes, it's a motorcycle. Why would be a cycle be energy charged? This is a train, this is a bus, This, however, you don't know. These are like wolves when we think wolves are wild animals. Yeah, they're sometimes friendly types of wolves, almost similar to dogs. And then you sit at this back, where this man's standing, and these dogs would pull you like a bullock cart replaced with dogs. These are mostly used in snowy regions, and this is not a snowy region. How would be July and it would be snowing? Next, this is an aircraft. Now, in this, people go to space. That's how, like, the Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon, on the backside of the moon, actually, using a rocket. You remember that. in submarine. Submarine could deep under the water where you don't know at all. Usually, we already know the skies, like space, but in the earth, like deep in the oceans, no one knows. Well, now, in hour, a person can generally travel 3 to 5 kilometers on foot, be 10 to 15 kilometers on horseback. C. 12 to 20 kilometers by cycle. D. 40 to 60 by motorbike. E. 40 to 60, 160 kilometers by train. 25 to 45 kilometers by ship. G. 750 to 920 kilometers by aircraft. And H. Minimum is around 28,000 kilometers by spacecraft. Yeah, that fast is a spacecraft. That's really, really fast. Now, let us do one. A cyclist can cover 15 kilometers an hour. As we see, this is the average. How much distance will she cover in 4 hours if she maintains the same speed? Now, in this, there's like a cyclist that is going in 15 kilometers an hour. Then we have to see how much distance she'll cover in 4 hours. Now, to do that, we have to do words problem. Now, you know that, like, I'm going to disappear the entire thing without a dress. Yep, I know that. Do you know how? There. Now I'm going to completely disappear the second question. 3, 2, 1. There. Now in this I'll also snap my fingers to make it like a little faster process. Oh, answer. Wow! It also gives answers to word problems. Very cool. Now in this, we can see that distance covered in 1 hour is 75 kilometers. Yes, we can see here in the question. Distance covered in 5 hours is 15 and then multiplied 5. That's 75 kilometers. And that's our answer. Now we have to do the next one. So, there. Yeah, this bottom portion which I'm showing, and I'm going to do it in part 4. Yes, part 4. And I'll delete this entire. There. That's a lot erased. Now, firstly, totaling. Oh, yeah, the question. There, there. 2. A school has 461 girls and 439 boys. How many vehicles are needed for all of them to go on a trip? Using the following modes of travel. The numbers in the brackets indicate the number of people that can travel in one week. Meaning, like suppose this all the school students are going to a zoo or a park or I don't know. Now we have to total how many students are there. If we plus if we plus the girls with boys, then that makes it zero there, carry, and then another zero there, one carry, then 9. That's 900 total. Exactly 900. Now we have to divide all of these or 4. Wow. Firstly, we'll do it with the bicycle. Then that's 900 and then divided by 2, that's 4. Mainly said 1, 0, 5 minus 10, 0. And then another 0 because there's a 0 there. That makes it, well, 450 bicycles. I think the school won't buy 450 cycles just for like 2 students. You need something bigger, like an auto rickshaw. Now that is we going to do. Why? Okay, we have to make the box again. Now you can see that in now where do we solve? Like erase the entire thing. That then make a new box to trap everything. There it is. Now we can see that in auto rickshaws. I'll first make that 900. 3. Now you have to divide it by 3. Now it's simple. Just do it by 3 and then minus 9. And that is becomes 0. Then the zeros, like the zeros, others doesn't matter. So we have to make it above. Like, because we have nothing left now. Meaning, how many auto rickshaws you need? Then you need 300 auto rickshaws. That is a lot of auto rickshaws. There. Now I have to make another giant square. Now we have to do it by cars. Now 900 now divided by 4. Now in this, we can do it by 2 because that is the nearest one. Then 8 and then minus, then 1. Then we will bring down 10. Then we can also divide by that by 2. Oh, so big I have to scroll down. Yes, we have to extend this. There. Now, in this, we can minus it by 8 again. That is equals to 2. And then if we put down the 0, then it can be divisible. Then by 5. And then, wait, the 5. And then that we have to minus by 20, which is 0. And then that's the correct answer. Not like that. Not like that. Then the answer is 220, 225. So that's the answer. Now we have to erase this. There. Now we have to make another giant square. Now with the big car, it's simple. We have to just divide it by 900. 900. Then we have to do it by 1. That is 3. Then do a 0. And then that can equal to 5. Divide by. And that is divisible. So we got 0. Put the 0 up. Then we got 150. And that's our correct answer. 40. Now in the E, it's also very simple. Uh, It's also very simple. Wait, let me erase this. Now, in this, you can see that in this, you have to make a big square. And then we have to divide 900 by 10. It's very simple. Firstly, we have to put this 0 as like that, and then we have to divide it by 90, which is simple. 9. And then that's the answer. Then carry a 0 there, and then we're done. It's 90. Now in the next one, a boat. And now I can explain this without solving, but still. As the 90 being double of it, we can just divide it by 2. And as we see in some of them, it was 45 minus with the zeros, not including the zeros. So that's 45. Like that. Now that's 45 is the answer of F. Next one is a mini bus. In that, we divide that 900. Then we can see that if we put a 0 there and then a 3 there, and now we can see that we have to divide it by 90 only. 75, that is equals to 10, that becomes 10, and then that 5, the 9 becomes 8, then minus it 15. Then we have to make this 0 down here. Now, what can be divisible by? You know, this it is divisible by 6. There. And now we got our answer. 0, scroll, and then a 0. Now that's our answer. 36. Now in the last one, as we can see in aeroplane, big aeroplanes, big. There, make a last big box. And now we have to divide it by 900. Now this is only in the single digits, because if we do the 0, 0, and then what can be divisible by? 5. And if you don't know the table of 180, there is a solution. Firstly, you have to do it like normally. Just cut the 0 of both of them. And now we got it much simpler. By that, 0 and 5 minus 90, and you get 0. And that's the exact same answer. These and this actually goes in the exact same answer. Like that. There. And we're done. We're done. Then the aeroplane is 5. Now the video ends here. Very long video. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, like to this video for more textbook solutions like this. If we get I don't know 500 subscribers on this video, I'm going to do part 4, which I spoiled a little bit. So yeah, this is me going bye.